Now, apart from that, I'm also looking at these people are coming from certain places, and maybe they are coming from some societies, they are coming from some ethnic groups, or they are coming from maybe a particular, maybe they attend a church, or they probably go to mosque, or they worship a certain way in a certain place. I'm looking at all of these areas of specialization. I'm looking at, these areas of specializations having structures, having systems in place that can help people. Because, for example, there's something churches are doing. I do not know if mosques are also doing the same. I do not know if the other religious organizations are doing it. Before you get married, you do run some tests before before you can announce your date, announce your wedding, and all of that, ranging from whether you are, the genotype to hepatitis B. And so these things are done in churches, and this system is in place. You know that if you want to get married in this particular church, you have to do certain things. I mean, that works, and a lot of persons follow these rules. So I'm looking at just the same way we have this. If we also have maybe systems or structures in place that work, that help maybe shape the mindset of people, reorientates the mindset of, especially when they make up their minds that they want to become parents. That might be a hard cut, really, because somebody in your backyard can just decide to bring one girl home, and even without doing without even doing, they become husband and wife with children, everything, and the parents will just say, there's nothing we can do about it. They've given birth.
So it can be put into law by the government, probably.
Exactly.
After childbirth in every hospital, there should be like probably a 4 or 6 weeks sensitization process for both the father and the mother. I'm just looking at ways they can reshape people's mentality, people's minds right now, because the one-on-one stuff is not going to work.
Do you think it's workable? Now I'm asking you 6 weeks. Do you think? See, you know why I love this country?
So if you do otherwise,
we can be patient.
You'll be penalized, you'll be arrested or something.
How many persons you want to arrest? You said something. Yeah, the government can put up a structure. Yes. How long are we going to continue to wait on the government to do stuffs for us?
We didn't just
the
say government. I said the government and other areas of socialization.
Other private sectors can also come in here. I buy into that idea. Private sectors can come in and set up structures to help in situations like this. Truth be told, just like you said, churches, they organize programs just to sensitize young couples before they embark on the journey of marriage. You and I know that Nigerians, we can be stubborn at times. Reason being, some persons will still look for ways to cut corners just to get what they want. Some might not even, once the church tell them, okay, we would want to see your medical records, we want to know this and that about the both of you. You see that they say, for wedding we will go even last 2 hours. I beg, we could find, Some, you see cases like a young girl get pregnant for the boyfriend, comes back home with the child, with the pregnancy, and the mother will like, go back to where you're coming from. These are some of the little foxes that affects the vine. You get? Now, yes, a girl child, 18 years, gets pregnant out of wedlock. She comes back home. As a mother, what should you do? Are you supposed to send her back to the streets?
Because you don't even know who that guy is.
Bring that. Now, you don't know the guy. You don't know the background. Now, that guy, the culprit here, if we are to do a proper investigation on him, I'm sure he didn't get married to the mother of that child legally. It must have been out of wedlock.
Sure. Let's just, we can't be so sure.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's just a thought. It could be out of wedlock. Corner side, two aside betting, you get? And it resulted to that amazing child. Today we are here talking about her. How many others like that? So I feel people like this, they have people they listen to, they have people they talk to, they have people they confide in. Churches, mosques, neighbors around. He can't be so strong-headed that there is nobody he listens to. It begins from there. I feel, see, the moment we start engaging ourselves, no man is an island. We all need each other. And if we continue neglecting some of these little, we can't say because this guy is a bad guy, my child should not talk to him. Yes, your child might not talk to him But what about his child?
You know what I feel? To a very large extent, I think this video being out there has probably started some sort of a sensitization. Yes, it's a wake-up call. And there's a possibility that this man in question is beginning to sit back. Maybe he's reading the comments and then it has occurred to him that, wait a minute, doesn't mean what I was doing was wrong. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah. There's a possibility that somehow.
Some people's minds work differently. He might sit and be like, oh, wow, I'm trending. I'm not sure.
It takes an action to trigger something. Some of them, they feel or they might think that what they are doing
is
okay because no one has approached them to talk to them about some of the consequences. We are free to choose our actions, but we are never free to choose the consequences of our actions. This is just one typical example. He felt he was in the comfort of his home, he could do anything. That is where the social media comes in. Video. Whatever you do and you post online and you think
they research your brain. Do you know how many people come out and they look at that brain that said?
Some persons, their work is just to go online and look for videos and in fact, we call them social media baby rooms. They go, they find waiting to consign them just to pick topic out of it. Let's not mention names.
All right, very quickly. Talking about this, I feel that to a very large extent, the backlash from social media actually has an effect on people. Let's hope it's going to have an effect on not just him, but some other people who are towing that path without necessarily knowing how bad it is. You remember that lady that said she was sleeping with dogs? You know, when the backlash came, she had to retract. No, joke, I did joke.
Some of them do these things for clout chasing. Followers, content. That's what they call it.
But really, let's
don't think this guy actually did it for the content.
This one not saying you. This one not saying
you. He didn't do it for clout chasing.
Yeah.
He felt like I'm the king of my world. I can do what I do again.
But really, let's look at this thing. Does age have any role to play in this thing?
Age?
Yes. Does it have any role to play?
I don't. Why do you want to start with me? In a way, I think it's
because we're talking about parenting, sort of.
A 17-year-old father.
17-year-old father.
An 18-year-old father might not make right choices. Might not actually make right choices as a 30-year-old father.
Okay.
A 40-year-old father. You understand? So I think in a way. An adult might smoke, he might be involved in smoking, and he can get to a point in his life and he's like, okay, it's enough. I have to now think about my future. I have to think about my family members, people that I love and care. I don't want to, put myself in a situation where they have to suffer. So I think I should put an end to this. He has to retract his steps. But a child, a very young father, a boy of 20, 21 who has not even seen life, who is still wants to flex and what they call it, youthful exuberance, he might not be able to retract his steps and make right choices. So I think in a way, age actually has some impact on parenting, on good parenting, and so that's my
you mind saying something? Let's also look at not just fathers now, even mothers, parenting basically.
Growing up, actually, it's compulsory.
What's compulsory?
Growing up, like it's compulsory. We all grow up.
Okay, yes,
but getting matured, it's optional.
Okay. Okay.
As humans, we are bound to grow, but maturity is a thing of choice. You can be 12. You can be 12. You can be 12.
What you can be 12.
I disagree. You can be 12 and still be matured. We've seen situations of young people, either male or female, mounting up the responsibilities of parenting at early age.
Now, do you know that's because something happened?
That's
exposure.
That's
exposure. That's the exposure.
Issues.
That's exposure.
But some that had nothing now, some persons, they just choose to tread on this path on their own due to peer pressure. And like she said, you can be 17 and still be a good father.
17 father.
No, sorry. Okay, let's say 20. I was just trying to.
So you
let's say 20. Let's say 20. You can be 20 and still be a good father.
Please, a good mother.
I'm a man.
I'm looking at a 20-year-old man. So, do you know what it is to be a father?
Yes.
20 years
It
old.
does. It's being a father. Being a
husband,
father.
But your father's
carer.
Ma'am.
As in
being-
carer.
So like,
Did you just
being a
you feel
father.
like it's not possible?
I'm not saying, I'm looking at what time, at what age did he
probably-
finish school? When did he get married? When did they cut?
School. School. Life itself is a school.
Now she means
So
like
how are you?
she's
Yes, how are you going to take care of
That's
it?
just a structure.
Oh, so we're looking
Life
at things
itself-
that people that probably don't
Life
go
itself,
through.
no, life itself is the real school.
Life is a school, yes, but there are certain things you must
Some
get.
persons go through school, but the school don't go through them. Some don't go to school, but the school had to pass through them because they had to devote time to study for themselves.
That's the
To
sort
learn.
of learning.
That's what we're talking about. The school structure will only teach you how to read and understand better, how to be able to
I don't,
communicate.
you know what? I don't care how mature you are as a 20-year-old. I still feel you shouldn't get married yet. You shouldn't start having children yet. As a man,
Do you know you can be 20 and look 30?
irrespective of how
Now,
you look.
cases like that, what do you say?
Irrespective of how you
okay,
look.
what if I tell you, looking at me, guess my age? You might look at me and
At
be
what
like
age do you become an
24,
adult?
25.
At what age are you
Okay.
classified an adult?
Okay,
Perpetual.
what age? Yeah.
Okay, for me, I feel that from 18, I mean, whatever decision you make.
18, 20, what's the difference?
But for a man, do you know, it's not just about being an adult. You need, do you understand what it is to be a husband?
What does it take to be a mother? I'm talking about breastfeeding the child. Breastfeeding the child does not make you a mother. Anybody can breastfeed. You get? There are certain responsibilities. A true mother would not watch the father, even if you bettered the child. A real mother would not watch a man put whatever, be it cigarette or alcohol, and feed her own child. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Of course
Do you know?
you
Do you know?
Any girl,
Do you know-
any girl can sit back and watch you treat her child anyhow. That's a girl. That's a lady.
Phil.
That's a woman.
Phil.
But not
Philip.
a mother. Philip applies to that.
Phil, do you think a 30-year-old woman who got pregnant and unmarried
Yeah.
would throw her child away? After birthing the child, she would then dispose the child, just throw the child probably in a bin or a trash. Do you think a 30-year-old man can do that?
It's not possible.
Do you think an 18-year-old girl can do that?
Yes.
That is where the age comes in.
You know what? I think for the 30-year-old child, for the 30-year-old woman, if situation pushes her, I mean, you don't understand. If she's in certain situations, she might do that. Really,
I don't think so.
I do not think that's.
I don't
about
think
age.
so.
And it's
There are people who are
ask the
doing
question,
that.
can a 30-year-old woman, is she married?
No, if she's not married.
That's the difference. That is the difference. A 30-year-old woman having, conceived outside wedlock, that's where we have single mothers.
No, some single mothers even
I'm just
get
saying, I said
pregnant.
that's where the idea of single parenting came into play. Because they feel, okay, I'm 30, age is no longer on my side.
That's
I'm
not a
working.
conversation. We're
I'm
not
working.
delving
No,
into
no,
single parenting.
yeah, I'm not
I
delving-
mean,
I'm not
if
delving.
you're
I'm
single,
just-
if you're a lady and you feel you can take care of your child, I mean,
Fine.
that's good for you. Congratulations to you.
I'm just saying, what I'm only trying to say is, situations like that, they feel, okay, time is no longer on their side.
Okay, so they would rather keep the
Time.
baby.
So
is
they
what
would
you're
rather
saying.
keep the baby because they might not know when next. But an 18-year-old girl feels, I still have time. Before 24, I can conceive again. Or before 25, I'll find a husband and settle down.
In
A
a
30-year-old cannot think like
in a
that.
nutshell, I actually think age has a lot to do with parenting. That's just my take on it. I think
Okay.
age has a lot to do with parenting.
Parenting, yeah.
That's just what I think.
What about you?
I feel same, but there's a clause to it. There is a clause to it. There's a clause to it. Maturity.
Okay.
There's a clause to it. Now, maturity does not just come overnight. It's a conscious step. You need to, get to that point and that you realize that life is not just about waking up and, partying and doing all manner just to keep the spirit, body, and soul together. But it's a conscious responsibility, it's a conscious step, because there are people that whatsoever you do affects them positively or negatively.
Yeah.
There are people that even if you might not accept, whatsoever you do tells a lot on their well-being. You didn't just fall from sky. Someone gave birth to you. Someone gave birth to that person that gave birth to the person that gave birth to you. So it's a chain process. So we could not spoil the process from our side.
All right.
So
thank you so much, Philip, for your thoughts. And thank you so much for sharing your thoughts too.
Fine having
Well,
me.
we had a great time looking at that particular situation. Please, if you know people who are doing that to babies, I think the best thing to do is really to report, because we need to save these children from this supposed parents who probably do not know what parenting is all about. They made wrong choices, but they shouldn't perpetuate these things by, handing that over to the next generation. What happens? I mean, if everybody starts doing that, I mean, what will become of this society?
True.
I mean, the society isn't going to be what it's supposed to be. So we want a society that's better, a society where people do what is expected of them, what is right. And at the end of the day, everybody is happy, basically. Well, we'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll be delving into some more things for you today on iBrand Daybreak. Stay with us.